Hello children, welcome to Bedtime Story. My name is Philip Burrows and I wrote Emily's First Pet. I'd just like to introduce you to one or two of the characters. We have Emily, and she lives with Mummy and Mammy and Grandma, and of course, most importantly, Henry, who Emily loves the most. Henry was made by Grandma, that's why he's a little bit misshapen, but Emily loves him regardless. So, let's get on with the story. Emily lives in a big old house with her mothers and her grandma. One day, Emily's mums agreed that because Emily had been a good girl for the whole year, she could have a pet. Do you have pets? For the rest of the day, Emily thought about which animal she would like for a pet. She had never had a pet before. She could choose a cuddly sloth, which would give her lots of warm, snuggly hugs. She could even feed it her broccoli when Mummy and Mammy were not watching. Emily doesn't like broccoli. It's silly, because broccoli is really good for your children. You should eat it. Emily thought about having a goldfish in a big round bowl, but she wouldn't be able to play with it at all. All she could do is sit and count how many times it swam round in a circle. Round and around. It'd be very boring, really. Emily thought about her favourite teddy bear, Henry. Henry! And wondered about having a big brown furry bear. To keep her warm and toasty in the winter, it could sleep under her bed. Emily thought it would fit. Do you think it would fit? I don't. Emily liked watching birds play in the garden and wondered if she could have her own chicken. If she had a hen, it could lay her an egg for breakfast. Or if she had a cockerel, it could be the family alarm clock. Could you imagine that? It would wake them up at 5 o'clock in the morning in the summer. You wouldn't want that, would you, children? No. Emily's friend Harry has a hamster called Yogi, and they have lots of fun playing with him. But Emily remembered that Yogi kept her awake when she slept at Harry's. He played on his exercise wheel all night long. How exciting would it be to have an Australian fruit bat? They look like cute little foxes with wings. He could fly around the house at night and they could sleep upside down together. Emily decided that she really wanted a floppy-eared puppy to play with. Who likes puppies, children? Put your hands up. Yeah. But she had seen her friend Puppy chew on her shoes and toys, and he never did as he was told. Puppies don't, do they? No. Grandma suggested that they should choose a dog from a rescue centre. She also told Emily's mothers that Emily should help to keep the yard clean and exercise the dog. Emily giggled with joy when she first met Jester. He was a little bit grey like Grandmother, and he loved hugs and kisses too. He's perfect, and Emily knew they'd have lots of adventures. Well, that's the end of this story, children. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a pet, why don't you draw it and send it into the website? So, have a good night's sleep. Good night.